Cutscene/Chapter 22. Resolve it, no more proof required. Meet the bitch. She's so bad. Bob and Dick turn to each other and say we're next to each other, and the girls wave their arms at them, say hey and point to a door. Bob and Dick rush out towards what appears as an executive position up a tower unit, followed by Siri and Boo and a few of the Jets who have appeared from the fight and are covering their backs. They run along a spiral around and up the building like some jeweled helter-skelter and enter a geodesic dome at the top, where Auntie Ant is on a central column reclining on a big sofa dressed in tight leather and stands and greets them, saying well hello, at last we meet in the flesh, as she rubs her legs. She says, what can I do for you all? Bob says, we are here to close you down and take you away. She says, and who are you to do such a thing? Bob says, well, I actually represent everybody that is oppressed by opportunist crap like you. Crap, she says in anger, and as she does a huge angry chi field appears around her and sends spiky tendrils into the groups, which makes them wince. Bob tells everyone to spilt up around her and continues to say, you have misused chi energy for greed and not social prosperity. You are a very very bad old girl. She answers, old. If it were not for the little people, people like me would not create great things for society. Bob shouts, people like you destroy society by disrupting it with inequality. Better we have a society of all little people on equal footing, being able to customize their lives equally and working together for communal projects without the personal greed that you exude being a motivation. She blathers, it's all about survival of the fittest. Bob answers, that is not the way of evolution. Evolution is adaptability, not driven by greedy competition, and you should know that. As a scientist deep down you do know that. She arches her back like some mortal insect, with her highly polished black leather clothes glistening as she sees nothing proven to her in her big-headed CEO position. Although a mastermind and top-level engineering technologist, she has blinkered herself with her own vision and is no longer scientific. The same mental destruction that eventually happened to Hitler as Chancellor and other tyrants as their heads grew out of control and the power corrupted them and those around them. All unproven situations are not relevant to her, as she needs proof of everything and remains super confident in herself and is steadfast even though she has been shielded from a lot of information by the henchmen protecting her from most of the incoming investigations from Bob. She screams at Bob, I am not destroying anything, give me proof, a proof, if it was not for me the world would not exist. Bob says, you just want to be in control of everything, but you don't know why, do you? Auntie Ant says, yes I do. Yes I do. Bob says, then why just you and not a team? Eh? She answers, because, just because. Bob says, that a pathetic response. You are just a maniac, a megalomaniac. You are just like many bad leaders after personal conceited ego trips. She screams, no no no. In a fit of temper, smashing her hands together. Bob sees himself in a dominant position as she gets flustered at last and launches a strong chi field array of spikes into the auntie's head that buckles her to her knees. Her chi is not strong, and is, after all, it is what has motivated her research to find how to make it stronger. Bob says, I have not mastered control of this yet, so you may get a rough ride. But your field is weak. Without you and your nastiness, the global chi network from person to person will become a useful tool for social prosperity without your nasty greedy selfish input removing the good from the world. Auntie Ant is physically shaken and beaten and suddenly turns away and disappears much the same way as her two henchman women, but without the stage flash powder and without another word. Bob shouts, where has she gone, where have they gone, as everyone looks around and the two girls say, down to the underground tunnels. They all rush outside from the building looking in every direction to get access to where they have gone and catch them.